So I'm in my MMA fight. This is the first round, and I went out there and I've gotten kneed in the face, and it brought me buckling to my knees. And the next thing I know, I'm clinching onto Cedric, and we hit the ground. And he's on top, and I'm bridging, and and as I'm bridging, we're coming off the side of the ropes in the ring. And the guys on the side that keep us from falling out of the ring are pushing him back on top of me to keep us both from falling out onto the ground, and I don't know that. I spend all of the energy that I have bridging, trying to get him off of me. And then finally when I get on top, I can hear my corner yell, dude, go, you got it, strike, fight, elbow. And I can do nothing. I've never been so exhausted in my life. And that round is over, and I stand up and I walk back to my corner, and we have 2 more rounds left. 2 more 5-minute rounds, because this was for a title fight. This was for the belt, for a middleweight title that my buddy Shannon Rich had put on. And I walk back out into the ring, and I see the referee, and I don't even remember what happens for the next 2 rounds. I know that I fought. They said it was one of the most grueling fights ever that anybody had ever watched. And I sat there at the end of that fight, on the end of the ring, and I cried. And that was the most painful experience I had ever had, because I had laid everything out on the table. No one cares about your comfort. They just care about your courage. The look on Shannon's face when he held Cedric's arm up and he brought out that belt, and the girls came and they put the belt around his waist. And I had to walk back over to the side knowing that I had lost. Knowing that I had let my family down. My dad was there to watch. Aaron's mom was there watching. People were there cheering me on. I had invited people. I failed them. I felt so bad, so empty inside, like I was the biggest failure, and I let all these people down who believed in me. And I remember going and sitting down out back, and I just started crying. My dad was talking to me, and I was like, Dad, not right now. Not right now. And he gave me something to drink. I think it was Gatorade, and I threw up Gatorade everywhere, all over myself, all over the ground. And I just sat there and I cried, because I gave everything that I had and I still lost. I gave everything that I had and I lost. In that moment, I made the decision that every time I do something, it needs to be to the equivalent of this. I didn't have anything left. I couldn't walk. I couldn't remember anything. I threw up. I cried. I let people down. I gave everything in that one moment, 15 minutes of my life, or however long that it was, all the preparation, all of everything that I took to get there. And I made a decision that everything that I did had to come from that level of intensity, because no one's interested in your comfort. Everyone's interested in your ability, your courage to fight and keep fighting, even if it seems like the odds are stacked against you. That's how you win. See, the relationship that we have with training ourselves and putting in the work and the practice that's required of us, we show up day in and day out and day in and day out. That allows us that when we finally get our time in the sun to be able to prove ourselves, be it as a dad, as a husband, as an entrepreneur, as a business owner, as an athlete, whatever it is that we do in our world, that we've chosen to be the best in our world at what we do, it is our responsibility to not give anybody what it feels like to just sit there and see our comfort. It is our job to lay everything on the table and show them what it looks like when we fight, when we dog it, when we push, when we leave everything we got on the ring, in the field, in the court, in the boardroom, in our business, in our life. We owe them courage. We owe them our courage. Everything we got. And if you show up any less than that in practice, in training, in doing things over and over, thousands and thousands of times, thousands and thousands of hours, putting in the miles that it takes to win it all in our lives and the things that we are choosing, we fail them. The crowd's not interested in that. You see, what I do remember out of the boos and the cheers was when I walked back out, I had to show my face. I had to walk back out. Shit, all my stuff was in the back, right? So I walk in, and as I walk back in, the few people that were still there because we were the main event stood up and they cheered. I needed that. You know what I'm saying? I needed that. It wasn't because I lost and they felt sorry for me that they cheered. is because I showed them me. That sweat, that blood, the tears, the crying, the emotion, the perseverance, the courage to keep going. That's what a champion looks like, win or lose. You inspire people. You lead them to want that in their own lives when you're able to do that. Where are you doing that? Where are you showing up 100% in your own life and inspiring people to lead by being a leader, by going first, by showing courage, by showing perseverance, by fighting your ass off, by putting in the work every day, by practicing over and over and running the miles, showing people what it looks like to lead, to be a champion. That's the champion's way. Any less than that, and no one's interested. They want to see you fall to your knees, blood, sweat, and tear, throw up, gag, cry. That's humanity. You owe that to the world to lead them in that place because it's being lost. It's your responsibility. Any less than that is irresponsible.